We are learning from government sources which have revealed to CNN News 18 that the weather is currently a massive challenge. It's difficult to estimate how many would have died in these flash floods. Many connecting roads, in fact, have also been washed away. More teams are still being mobilized. This as NDRF and the SDRF have also been mobilized at the moment. But the route has been completely destroyed. Arunima brings us more perspective on that news story. Arunima, what are the possibilities now of an airlift being considered for those who perhaps have survived this disaster?
Yes, once you manage to reach the ground, perhaps you would think of airlifting if the weather clears. Because even if you have to fly a chopper, and if it is raining consistently and it's cloud cover, even a chopper won't be able to do much. Also, you have to find a way. If you have to land the chopper, you have to find a level ground where a helipad can be created. So that teams need to reach the ground zero. It's all a big challenge right now, given, to quote a senior officer, the weather is completely packed. That's how it is being described. And the connecting routes, the roads that were connecting, smaller, single lane roads or even pathways, many of them have been washed away as well. If you see the visual also, you'll realize that the river is not flowing through its course. It has created a new course for itself and damaged everything that came in its way. So even roads that were mapped earlier, that were known to locals, now no longer exist. You'll have to find a new way to reach ground zero. That's a big challenge. But yes, NDRF, ITBP, Indian Army, SDRF, police, they're all trying with all their might, because in a disaster of this scale and proportion, every minute counts to pull out people. Officially, I'm not getting any numbers about how many they think could be victims of this huge tragedy. Could be 250, could be 300, could be even more.
What are you learning in terms of what exactly led to such a situation where people couldn't even be evacuated completely? Because the army has also come out with a confirmation that several people still remain trapped because they didn't have enough time to evacuate. Why so?
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait for an inquiry later to tell us exactly what happened. But based on what eyewitness accounts we have got and based on preliminary information that the administration has, it looks like a flash flood. So suddenly the water level increased. It is possible that there was a cloudburst in the higher reaches which went unnoticed, and that could have led to sudden increase in the volume of water in the river. It has been raining consistently, and if you see the videos also, you'll see that the weather is inclement. So, people who are closer to the riverbed or who were on low land, they were the most affected because they did not have any chance. If you see those eyewitness videos, they're, as per standard operating procedure, they're constantly whistling, trying to warn people to move away from the river. But in 15 seconds, how much can you really warn, even if you have a siren going on? So that really gave people very little chance. People on the higher reaches could only watch in horror and capture it on their mobile phones. People on the lower stretches, I don't think they had any chance.
Absolutely. It is all, in fact, captured in various videos which show the extent of the disaster in such a short span of time that everything was over. But having said that, we are also learning that this area was also inhabited by various homestays, because Harshil, which is a popular tourist destination, happens to be nearby. What are you learning in terms of the kind of assistance that's coming in? Because Harshil is also where there's an army camp, I believe.
Yes, and that's some relief, because Indian Army personnel present there with their canine squad, with their equipment, with the men and machine is a big help. Not very far from Harshil is also the ITPP's positioning. So 3 battalions of ITPP are also part of the rescue operation. NDRF has also moved in. But how many hotels affected? How many homestays affected? The numbers are varying. It could be 12 to 15. But so far, I have not heard any official estimate from the administration, because they are finding it difficult to figure out what is the extent of damage. Till the time team members actually hit ground zero and survey for themselves, I think it will be all guesstimate. But yes, you are absolutely right. This is a huge devastation. Harshil is a popular tourist area. And there was a local market that was washed away as well. Plus, in the video, it is apparent that it was a heavily populated area through which the river just tore. The river has created a path for itself. It broke into 2. And on both sides of its usual course, it has, inflicted damage and destruction. One will just have to wait for an official word from the administration on how many are dead, how many injured, what is the cost of damage to property, etc.
Many thanks to you, Arunima, for bringing us all those latest inputs. With that, let's quickly go across to Anshul also, who's joining me on the phone line. Anshul, important to also jog the memory of all our viewers, given that it's not a first time that flash floods have been seen in Uttarkashi. What have been the learnings from the first time around compared to now?
Well, this time around, the preparedness or the rescue operations that could have taken much longer to start. This time around, we are seeing it right from the time that this incident happened. At approximately 1:40 p.m. was the time when this incident had happened, and by 3 o'clock, the teams were in fact present on the spot, including the Indian Army who were stationed in Harshal itself, and they were the first responders. They were able to reach on the ground very, very quickly. Apart from that, the SCRF teams that were deployed in the district, they were also able to reach on the ground very, very quickly and were able to start the rescue operation.
All right, we seem to have lost the audio with Anshul, but what Anshul and Arunima both have highlighted is that the biggest challenge at the moment, of course, remains the weather. The inclement weather is posing significant roadblocks for the various rescue teams, be it the ITBP, the NDRF, the SDRF or the local police, which are all have been galvanized to jump to the rescue of all of those who have been trapped. Let's also listen to the reactions that have come in.
The visuals that we see coming in, tell us a very horrific story. Tharali village, Tharali market area has been severely impacted because of this flash flooding of the Kheer Ganga river. Any details that you have so far about the relief and rescue? Have the teams arrived at the spot? Anything that you can tell us, sir?
See, it's a very sad incident, and Uttarakhand being a Himalayan state where every rainy season these eventualities happen, we go through a lot of cloudburst activities. But what we are seeing today, because it's a dense populated area, so the is to send the relief team as soon as possible to the affected spot, rescue all the people who are stuck there. Our priority right now is to save lives. What's the loss? How much is the loss? Is the secondary thing that we are considering right now. The first thing that we are working on is to save lives. We've informed our district administration, the police team, NDRF, SDRF, DDRF, all possible agencies are deployed there. And I'm sure with the blessing of Baba Kedar and Baba Badri Vishal, we'll be able to take out people successfully. We'll be able to save lives. That's our first priority, and the state government is fully committed towards that.